Satisfaction seeking follows a cyclic pattern. Thought moves endlessly between the intellect and the emotions, not only in individuals but also on the scale of whole societies. Some people are in a stage of fearing free thought. These are the fundamentalists of any society. They tend towards the preaching of hellfire, punishment, and the like, though it's not a requirement to be religious to fall into this category. Everything with them is black and white. The remainder of people cannot live with the obvious lies associated with simple and clear-cut values. These free thinkers, semi-intellectuals all of them, dangle their feet in the waters of thought, though fail to find answers. They preach, everyone is saved, and all are equal. This attitude gives a taste of freedom, though its fogginess soon becomes boring. You see, when right and wrong are unclear, it's difficult to boost one's self-esteem. The world quickly becomes a dull and confusing place. At this testing time, people often return to the simplicity of the fundamentalist approach. The fundamentalist and the free thinker are equally hateful of truth in their different ways. The fundamentalist ignores the fact that values are purely self-created, while the free thinker ignores the fact that opposing ideas are not compatible. Now, perhaps I've been a little too generous with my use of the term free thinker, for the free thinker I'm thinking of largely rejects the noble either-or. He largely rejects reason. He is only a free thinker in the sense that his thinking frees him from either-or thinking, not in the sense that his thought is original or unhindered. He survives life by rejecting either-or, while the fundamentalist seeks refuge in a warped either-or world. As I've said, ego cycles are not confined to the individual. There are no ends in nature. Causes have effects, and seeds eventually bear fruit. If the eventual fruition is not in the individual, then it's in others within the individual's sphere of influence, which is unbounded. Cause and effect ensures that the easy-going religionist, the free thinker, tolerant of a broad variety of scriptural interpretations, is the alter ego of the killer, the violent and hate-ridden fundamentalist. Hence the killer is not a different person to the pacifist. He is one and the same, though under a temporary guise. Some parents may be proficient and experienced free thinkers, and may never personally experience the terrible consequences of this egotism of theirs. However, children cannot always echo their parents. Rather than be poor copies of their parents, children will often try the only alternative. Thus, if the parents are free thinkers, the children may well abandon thought altogether and become fundamentalists. Confused, the parents will plea, "We didn't bring our children up to be that way." Then I ask, who did? The children are egotists just like the parents. The particular drugs they use may not be exactly the same, but this is a trivial matter, as all such drugs are interchangeable and equally destructive. So you see, the two poles of thinking are inseparably joined. One comes with the other, leads to the other, and there is no escaping it. The more strongly one encompasses free thinking, the more certain is the result of fundamentalism, and the more strongly one binds oneself to the ego cycle of samsara. How to escape the double bind? Become a real free thinker. Real free thinkers have no attachments.